What up, guys? Twin Sanity here, and this is Tech Deck Dude Tuesday. Still haven't finished that G5 Spin Master Series 1 2018 Tech Deck Dude set. Still missing two. I've been up to but two for at least 6 weeks. But anyway, I swear, man, they never sent that wave to my area. I've been to every toy. What am I trying to say? I've been to every store that carries Tech Deck Dudes. In my city. Nobody freaking has it. But whatever. Today I'm just going to talk about two different Tech Deck Dudes series that came out back in the day that I consider to be the rarest. The rarest probably is the two Christmas figures that never came to retail. It was Cluckers as a reindeer and Sumo-san as Santa Claus. And they call him, I can't remember if they call him Sumo-san-ta? Or what was the other one? Sumo Santa or Santa San. I think they call him Santa San. But anyway, those are both pretty rare because they were given to employees in 2007 when Spin Master bought the toy line. They bought the Tech Deck Dudes from X Concepts. And then they pumped out some more figures from 2007 to 2009. Then they killed off the whole toy line until, as I've said before, and most people know, until this year, when they reintroduced them, not as fingers that ride fingerboards, but as tiny, tiny figures that mostly come blind bagged. As you know, they come in 4-packs, 2-packs, and blind single packs. They're no longer parodies of pop cultural figures. They're not. They lost all the original names and likenesses and characters. And they just started over with this whole, well, they kind of have the same eyebrows and mouth. That's the only similarity besides the name. But anyway, the two lines I'm going to look at today are Hot Feet Series 3 from 2003 and the Disney Store figures. In 2005, two Tech Deck Dudes showed up at the Disney Store. One is Mickey Mouse that you see here. As you can see, it's official. Tech Deck Dude. Mickey Tech Deck Dude. Magnetic feet and rolling wheels. He's got that look. He's got that style. And the only other figure they did was Stitch. And apparently, it completely failed because, well, they only did two figures. Two figures is not a set. Two figures is a pair, and a pair is not a set. A pair is not a collection. But anyway, I feel like they should have introduced the line with a bare minimum of 6. Occasionally, Tech Deck Dudes used to come out in series of 6, but more frequently they would do 8. So why didn't they do 8? Why in the world didn't they do? This was 2005. You should definitely, pairs would have been best. So either like, well, I don't know. What am I thinking? Well, Buzz and Woody, absolutely. Why didn't they do a Tech Deck Dude Buzz and Woody on skateboards? You could have done Mickey with Minnie. Yeah, come on, 2005, Minnie riding a skateboard. A little Minnie dudette would have been awesome. Or Pluto, or Donald. And then what else was hot? Throw someone down from, I don't know, The Incredibles? I'm not thinking of some big franchise. Put Aladdin on there. Put Aladdin on there. But anyway, they did exactly two. They did Stitch and they did Mickey. And I guess they're like, well, let's just throw them out in the store, see if people buy them, and then maybe we'll do them. I don't know what these toy executives think sometimes. I guarantee I could run any toy company. But I'm deep in this. I'm deep in the game, guys. You have no idea. All right. Hot Feet Series 3. So Hot Feet Series 1 and Series 2 were each the same number of figures here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there was 12 in Series 1, 12 in Series 2. They were both G1, meaning armless. They were both armless figures. And each of those two series had 6 variants each. Now, then they threw out, right around the time they were moving into G2, meaning they put arms on the figures, but they're static arms. They're non-posable, non-bendable, non-dynamic arms. Static, static poses. You can't change their pose. All right? So they put out this Series 3, and they must have been at retail for like 1 minute. Because the only ones that I've ever seen in package are the ones I have right here. And I'm not the kind of person that has to keep things in packages. In fact, these are basically the only 4 Tech Dudes I have in packages. But I'm basically I need to reunite with the rest of my collection, which is in a storage space very, very far from here, to see which ones of these I have and which ones I don't. If it's one of these that I don't have, I'm gonna take him. You know, if I need these out of package, I'm gonna take him out of package. But I'm pretty sure I have him already out of package. So I should sell these guys. I should sell him. I'm pretty sure I don't have him, and I think I do have him. But G2, right? G2 Bruce. Now look, let's think for a minute. G1 Cluckers, G2 Eddie. I said Cluckers twice, didn't I? Let's just say it like this. G2, G1, G2, G2, G1, G2, G2. Now, X Concepts and their Tech Dudes. This was 2003. I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's many examples of their sloppiness. So what ended up happening with this series, you can see Barney is shown as a G1 drawing. For example, all the blast boards. Okay, the blast boards in packaging are G3 figures. They're the first G3 figures with bendable arms. They came out in the 2003 or maybe early 2004. They came out in the run of G2 figures. Here's your core G2 figures. Bruce, Eddie, Moto Snake, Fu Man, Doc, Blaze, Mark, Nick. Because a lot of those were introduced in 2003. But the packaging for the blast board still shows G1 drawings. The most egregious example is the trading cards. So the first series of trading cards came out in 2003. Some had arms, some didn't. The second series of trading cards came out in 2004. You'd think by then they would have at least corrected all the ones that didn't have arms. No. That late in the game, they were still putting in images of armless figures. So, super sloppy, but I'm going to run through this real quick. Let me just show you Mark. There's Mark. Hot Feet Mark. Occupation programmer, hometown Miami. Hobby skateboarding and writing. Education MIT. Favorite food cereal. Favorite TV show The Golden Girls. That's really come back around as a pop culture favorite. Favorite movie Beat Street. King of the Beat. We got Blaze, you dead, homie. Occupation, fireman, hometown, Rochester. Hobby, skateboarding and barbecuing. Education, Fire Academy. Favorite food, roasted duck. Favorite TV show, Emergency. Favorite movie, Backdraft. Cluckers. Occupation, public nuisance. Hometown, mascot, Nebraska. Hobby, skateboarding, messing with referees. Education, School of Mimes. Favorite food, steak. Favorite TV show, Jackass. Favorite movie, The Birds. Now, let's run through this checklist because, remember, they're all G2 except Cluckers, Brad, and Barney. Now, I'm going to throw more confusion on top of all of that. Cluckers is the only G1 figure that came out in 2003. There was 3 versions that came out in 2003. So his initial figure, he was the last G1 figure made, came out in 2003 when all the other figures were G2. In other words, they had arms, non-bendable arms. Cluckers did initially come out. He even came out in a 3-pack with 2 other figures that had arms. He came out in the Evolution Series 1, but again, no arms. So he was the latest. This is probably inaccurate, but I was about to say he was the latest one to get a G3 update. That's surely not accurate, but he was definitely the last G1 figure. So initially, I believe he was just a late design to the line, but he was the only G1 figure to come out in 2003. 3 different versions, one in the Evolution series, one in a Hot Feet 3-pack, and then this one. All right, now here's the next thing to notice. G1 Brad in orange came out in this series as a G1 figure. And as you might already know, Brad came out in Hot Feet Series 1. 2 different variants in that series. They were both yellow. One is a pale yellow with pink accents, and one is a brighter yellow with, I believe, red accents. So that was a Hot Feet G1 Series 1 Brad, 2 variants in that, and this is the 3rd Hot Feet Brad variant. Super weird. So, as I've explained, Cluckers was G1, but understandably so because he was late to the line. Brad was a G1 that they didn't update. All these others were updated figures. Bruce, Fu Man, Doc, Blaze, Mark, Eddie, Moto, Snake, Nick, and now we get to the 3rd oddity here. This is the same thing they did basically on the Blast Boards packaging. Barney here is shown G1, but he was made in the packaging, the Hot Feet Series 3, as a G2. So I'm pretty sure I have all these figures except that Barney. But I have seen him in an eBay lot. He looks exactly like this, but he has the arms. Oh, there's a chance I don't have the Snake. I can't remember, but I think I have all the others. Just gotta get back to my collection one of these days. But guys, like, the whole point, what did I start saying at the beginning of this video? These are some of the rarest tech deck dudes out there. Those 12 figures. Here's your opportunity for a screenshot. Boom. Hot Feet Crew 3, Hot Feet Series 3, all super rare.